opportunities
if was a fifth,
we'll all be drunk as
yeah,
a motherfucker.
no. But just like to what you saying and shit though. Killer Mike KRS-One, I would probably even though KRS-One dope, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably go with Killer Mike perspective because a lot of the things that I hear him talking about when it comes to the black community and shit like that though, and just people overall, I could dig it.
Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Your best shit. I'm rolling. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
Serpo Jr., make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and go on and tell a friend.
And you know who here with us again, our special guest co-host.
C-Pop, what's poppin', y'all? Your professional hype woman.
What it do? Hype that shit up then. You know what I'm saying?
Always a pleasure, guys. Always a pleasure.
So look, just on the fly with it though. The best way to smoke tip. You know, before we get into the show, we always do that tip though for y'all. So the best way to smoke tip is be mindful of others. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is even when you dealing with people, you're not always right. You're not always the one that should be feeling like it's just all about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of other people and what they got going on in different situations or how they might be feeling and shit too like that. You know what I'm saying? Smoke one with them and talk to them. If they don't smoke, you smoke one and talk to them. But that's my best way to smoke tip.
I agree with that to a percentage. You know what I'm saying? But to the motherfucker that's out there that's all the way stonered out, Wiz Khalifa and them, like, so what if I smoke weed? I'm finna smoke here. I'm finna smoke there. I'm finna smoke this shit everywhere. So what if we smoke weed?
What does that have to do with anything?
I know it ain't got nothing to do with nothing though.
But in reality, though, that is like a good tip though, because it's like with the way things is going now, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's making it kind of like a little bit more easier, you know what I'm saying, the blow as far as like working. You know what I'm saying? When you go as far as employment and things like that, that's where it's gonna play a big key. You don't want to be there, you know what I'm saying? And like how Bernie Mac say, take a break and you break.
Man, for
you know
real,
what I'm saying?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So that is a good tip though, man. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of those around you.
C-Pop, what you think about the tip?
Hey, what you think?
I feel like you should do, like I said this last episode, you should do everything with intention. So like even like, and then Serpo said it too, like don't just listen to respond, listen to comprehend. Like that's important. So yeah, absolutely. And that ties into being mindful of others because we all process information differently, you know, like across the board. So you never know how they took in, you know what I'm saying? And like, take your time to go through things, feel through things, and we're all human. Shit.
Yeah, and be understanding. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because just because somebody's saying something opposite of you, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like you have perspective.
Yeah, you still gonna feel how you feel, but you know what I mean?
Right.
So tell me this: if there was a anti-cannabis rally cracking, would you smoke a blunt like right through they shit, like walk through their little crowd, like what's cracking?
It depends. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Because if they're just like, because you have a right to your opinion. So like, if you like, what's your thought on that? You know, what's your take? Where did you come to this? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Where did you come to this? Like, whatever it is. If you're on some ignorance, though. I might be on some ignorance,
you think
though.
you'll make the cannabis news, though? Like, if they sitting right there, they anti-cannabis, you know what I'm saying? And just you and your boys we go through with the best way to smoke tank.
It's a free world. Let me smoke my herb.
Smoke him out.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So you don't got to be mindful of that shit then, right?
You get mindful of getting your ass kicked, though.
But I don't think you would get your ass kicked though. You know what I'm saying? If you, man, it's
Why would
like
you gotta
this.
get your ass kicked?
It's like that's
Because
what
it's like-
our boy Solomon said though.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's like you disrespecting their thing.
You not, you really
doing
not
a
though. Just
protest?
imagine. Just say, what if
You
you
could
didn't know it was a
smoke.
rally though? What if you didn't know it was a
Nah,
rally?
he just said he
and
had
you
a
pushing
specific-
through.
No,
They
he said if you
anti-cannabis,
knew.
but we can smoke.
Like you
They
went,
can walk it through. It's
like you,
man,
you
it's
walked to the
legal.
wrong
You know what I'm
rally
saying?
at the
Is it
wrong
legal?
time.
Is it legal?
Yeah. Hey, and
You know
to,
what I'm
put, to
saying?
put the icing on the cake, though, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like Solomon, put the icing on the cake, and
Uh-huh.
walk through the crowd.
Uh-huh.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing, sister? What's up, my guy?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Good rally.
Just to stir some
Hey,
shit
that was
up.
some good information.
I probably wouldn't be talking though.
Right.
I'll probably be looking, maybe nod or something like that. Like, hey, but I'll be pushing through. I
You know
wouldn't
what I'm
be
saying? You
trying
being
to,
mindful. You know what I'm saying? You like, all right, I see
No,
y'all
that's-
rally.
see, but some people would probably take that as like you nigga, you trying to showboat.
There
you know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? You
That's
doing
my
too
point.
much.
But what
You know
one
I'm
of them
saying?
right there
That
and be
was
like,
his intention though.
ooh, that
was to
shit
do
smell
too
good.
Much, yeah.
You know,
what to be like, ooh, that shit smell good.
You
and
know,
now they on the weed side.
You wanna
you
try
gonna
that?
stir some shit. I'm so dead.
I'm down with it.
for sure. We gonna get you. We gonna
just
get
try
you.
to
on-
mind my
I got your
business,
back.
right?
I'm gonna be in the background though, but I got your back though.
I'm gonna be in the background though.
Yeah.
But I got your back.
Yeah, I'll be watching you from TV.
Yeah.
Right,
because
like-
I'm gonna be there. You know, I might be the one recording. You feel me? But I'm gonna be there. So if anything pop, I'm there for sure. For sure. You
He's
know
like,
what I'm
get him,
saying?
Cuzzo.
Yeah,
Get him,
man.
Cuzzo.
But I want to see you do the.
Hey, would
What's
you
up, bro?
go to
What's
one
up,
with
bro?
a gas mask? You know what I'm saying? And just ain't no smoke getting out, but everything you breathing within that mask.
I'll stop right there and everything,
Yo.
and probably walk like
Yeah.
so they can see a nigga on camera. All that, yeah.
we
Fog
weed,
face.
we weed purging this motherfucker.
We
Man.
purging it. Damn.
Man.
I don't even like go. If I see that many people, I'm turning around anyway. I'm
So
like,
would you take that risk though? Would you walk through there blowing on some shit?
I mean, I don't like. I don't step out of my lane, and I don't expect people to step into my lane.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna step on nobody's toes. If I'm already blazing, I don't even know. I'll be like, but that's just not how I move. I'm
What's the
just
worst
like,
that can happen?
I'm not even thinking about that though. I'm just more like,
Because it
I'm
seems
getting
like
to
the
where I'm
person
trying
is
to
trying to
go,
start
like-
some shit though.
right? I don't
Yeah.
got time to be starting
It's
no
like-
shit with
like-
So
somebody.
what happens
for,
if we at
for what?
pro weed rally and everybody smoking, and then the anti-cannabis motherfucker come through and walk through our crowd?
What?
Not
and they
smoking?
and
not
that
smoking?
happened.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
That happened.
That's disrespectful, motherfucker.
No, it's
Don't walk through this crowd. Don't walk through this crowd
told you.
jointless, bluntless.
Serpo wakes
Boneless.
up and chooses
But
violence.
but they
Yo,
getting
Serpo wakes
contact. They
up.
getting contact from the
Bruh.
everybody else blowing. So handle your
then-
business.
So you
Hey,
draw
look.
him to the middle of your rally, so he
Yeah.
can get that contact and relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You see how
Yeah.
that spins
This nigga
around.
gonna try to
'Cause people-
force him to smoke.
You won't
Like,
see
nigga,
no
hit
negative
this.
shit at no cannabis event. It's gonna be all chill. So when the anti person, it's gonna be like, oh, what's up? Like,
Now, if he walked through and he started pulling joints out of mouths and stomping them on
That's
the ground,
different.
that'd be different.
Yeah, nigga gotta hold
So-
it down and blow some
So
smoke
look,
on
if a
him.
motherfucker,
But hey, look, baby, blow some smoke in his face. We gonna hold him down.
if a motherfucker
You know
walk
what
up to the
I'm
sesh,
saying?
if a motherfucker walk up to the sesh, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got no bud, no nothing, you somewhat considered a vulture, right?
Oh,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure. Yeah,
So-
we talk about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we here in our realm, our cannabis stuff, you know what I'm saying? It'd be disrespectful if we walk through and just be like, or it'd be unmindful, you know what I'm saying? If we walk through hitting the blunt, bone, whatever the hell, and just like, hey, yeah, how y'all doing? That was a great point. You know what I'm saying? And keep on pushing. That's being unmindful. But if we out here blowing at our stuff and they just walk by without a blunt,
oh, you
What?
without
vulture?
an edible,
Well,
without
how-
a thirst quencher,
How do you know they don't have an edible? How do you know they didn't
No,
take it
because
20
they're
minutes ago?
anti.
They anti.
They're anti.
motherfucker, you disrespecting our shit.
Not only are you
Get your non-weed
anti-cannabis,
smoking ass up
stepping
out
out
of here.
your lane, but now you're coming
It
empty-handed.
would, but it
so
wouldn't. That wouldn't
you're
bother
mooching
me
it.
though. You can walk through as long as you ain't got no signs. Someone put the blunt down, or you pulling the blunts like
It bothers
you said.
me. Don't come
shit
to
would-
our
that shit
stuff and
wouldn't
not
bother
smoke.
me.
Don't come here and not smoke or eat an edible.
Man,
I'm so dead.
on
All
the
right,
real,
then.
on the real.
Well, forget whatever topics we're going to talk about. Let's just stay on this.
Just some bullshit, you know? For real, for real. But I do have a topic, though, to touch on. And, shout out to Black History Month. Can we get a round of applause?
For
you
sure.
know?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, question of the day. What do you see as the major barriers for African Americans in getting adequate mental health care?
Hmm.
So, some challenges that might go on in the Black community as far as taking the step to receive health care.
One, recognizing that you may
Mental health.
or even potentially may have a mental problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to just go full fledged and be like, man, I'm fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At least take the consideration, like, yeah, I may be going through something mentally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like it's common to hold each other accountable in circumstances like that, like in the Black community when it comes to like mental health? Like, yo, like maybe you should, like, if whatever you feel like, hey, maybe you should go talk to somebody, maybe you should seek some help, or hey, like, let's sit down, let's have a conversation.
Man, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people when it comes to mental health. Though it's like that shit is broad. It's big.
Yeah.
So it's
Absolutely.
I think it's a lot of people that probably don't even understand what they even fucking dealing with. You know what I'm saying? To be able to understand, if you come up to them and say, man, you need to go talk to somebody. They might look at you like, what the fuck is you talking about? I am
get
talking
angry
to
or some
somebody.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if that's not what you're used to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you go as far back in ancestry, are they like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't ever like accessible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now that it is accessible,
Right.
it's just like, what the fuck what are you talking about? You know, like
Right.
so holding like awareness for sure, knowing that there is an issue or what can we do,
Yeah.
and then I feel like accountability too, like,
Yeah.
and holding each other accountable, no matter who you are.
I think this too though, like with mental health, it's a cold catch to the shit though, right? Because if you a person that deal with mental health problems, but you're over 18,
Mm-hmm.
in the law, you accountable for yourself. So
You're an
you make
adult,
your own.
right.
You an adult. You make your own decision.
Mhm.
So your family member can't just say, you know what, my people's is going through it.
Right.
I want to admit them into this
Right.
place.
I feel like that's a huge problem as well, because when
I
you
don't think that's right.
right, because then it's just like, yo, they clearly can't think for themselves right now. This is what I need, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, take them, like,
Yep.
figure something out. They'll put you in jail first before they put you
Facts.
to get some help.
Facts.
And that's unfortunate because, like, how you said, like, you'll, like, your first reaction, especially when you're not right, might be like, what are you talking about?
I've seen it.
Go see somebody.
Yeah.
Like, and then you never know what other type of emotions come out of that. Like, now they feel attacked. Like, oh, like, you think you're better
Shut
than
down
me?
on shut the fuck
Right,
down. Or shut the
whatever.
fuck down on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And try to run away from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you don't know where they run into, but definitely it's still a lot of people, even like vets that deal with post-traumatic stress and shit like that though. So it's still a lot of people that can recognize it though. You know what I'm saying? For the people that can recognize it, yeah, take accountability like you said and be able to say like, damn, you know what? I'm not feeling right. It's something don't feel right. I'm with my peoples and they laughing and shit, but I'm sitting over here like, you know what I'm saying? Not even comprehending what the fuck they laughing at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like, man.
You know what, too? I'm glad you said that, like, about vets, because I feel like the vets had it bad for a while when it came to receiving assistance for all that they put into like fighting for our country and all that. And you get like they have the accessibility, but I think it was more the accountability and the how do you say, like, just the level of care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it might be like, oh, well, you have access to mental health, but not someone to really be like, hey, like,
Right.
something ain't right. I know you've seen some shit. Because a lot of the times, once they get out of the military, you see a lot of them, like, on these streets.
Yep. Out here.
On these streets.
Just in a opinion based, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't been around like knowingly too many vets or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like movie wise, current events, this, that, and the other, like they may not get like governmental assistance, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like that field, I do like kind of tip my hat to them because they got each other.
Mhm.
They might not be able
Vets?
to like fund each other, you know what I'm saying? But at certain times of need, it does appear as if like they have each other back.
Who's they?
As far as like veterans or people
Mhm.
that's going through like the same type of thing, as far as like
You mean after?
recognizing.
You mean after they are after they are done with their term in the military?
As far
Because
as like those
they get government assistance.
like really as far as
Good
those who
insurance.
like as far as those who like recognize it and kind of like balancing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of got theirs together. They done went through it.
is
They
a
kind of got it
community.
together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that like, all right, I recognize what I went through. I'm somewhat straight now. I see some of these traits here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by like they'll go and like they'll do what they can with
Yeah.
them.
Right. And that's important about having a community.
Mhm.
Having like
Yeah,
a strong
hell yeah.
community.
But you-
Because, go ahead.
No, but you think about like with mental health and a lot of the vets, how a lot of them, majority of them, like you say, be on the street. So a lot of them
Right.
come out with not the proper guidance, tools, money
Sometimes they go into the military for all those
for all those things,
Guidance,
and come out with
tools,
none of
money.
this shit though. You know what I mean? And come out and end up, you know, because of whatever they may have experienced, you know, to put them into that place where it's like damn, like what the fuck am I gonna do? And it's crazy because mental health is so deep. It could be like you know what the fuck to do, but you just not doing it.
So
You know what I'm saying? That shit is whew.
or that to like even just as far as getting up out of bed, right? I know a
Yep.
lot of people say that when they're in that space, that dark space, like
Mhm.
even just getting up out of bed is a task. So yes, I agree with you on that. But I know as far as veterans, just because we're on the topic, like
Right.
even though it's the accountability, like you have to come across that one person who will be like, hey, like in your community, like or in, to if they notice it and be like, hey, like let me offer you some support. But like how we were also saying, them possibly looking at you like, what the fuck you mean?
What the fuck you mean? Yeah.
Right. And you
I've seen
can't
it.
even so when they spiral out of control, like you can't be that person to be like, hey, like they need help because of,
Yeah.
being how you said over 18,
Yeah.
the age, whatever. So it's a sad cycle. It's a
Yep.
sad cycle. The community is definitely the most important part about it.
Yep.
So that could help you, like to
Mhm.
press you to be like, hey, get these, you have these resources, you put in your time, like use them to the best of your advantage. I'll walk you through it. I'll go with
real.
you. I'll drive you, just go on that extra mile to be that
Yeah.
community and that support.
And I definitely applaud them people that's like that though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen people like that. And I've also done seen people that don't even really understand.
Right.
You could have a family member that don't even understand.
That part.
It could be your mama, your daddy, whoever, and don't even understand what the fuck you going through
Right.
to really like have patience with you.
Yeah.
I find that
You know what I'm saying?
I find that my generation is teaching the older generation about mental health. Like
Yeah.
our elders about mental health.
Yeah.
So I absolutely they're
Yeah.
not part of the information age.
No.
Like we're teaching
And it's
them.
not
They're
their
like,
fault though.
can see
It's not
that.
their fault.
Because it's a lot of stuff
It is
we
not their
didn't get,
fault.
you know what I'm saying? Because our parents wasn't privy to. But it's not
Right.
their fault. We just have more information out there
Right.
to pass on to ours.
What were we gonna say, Serpo?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh.
I was just saying I could like, you know what I'm saying? I can dig that though. You know what I'm
Seriously.
saying?
I
As far as like being the informational gap, you know what I'm saying? As far as like not recognizing certain mental, you know what I'm saying, challenges.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? But it's like in the age that we in now, it's like you even have advertisements. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling this, if you're feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Here's a number to call. So and so, whoop de whoop.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm agreeing. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
look.
There's a whole gap.
Yeah. And just moving on, not moving past that, but just thinking beyond vets. We vets. You feel
Street
me?
vets. I was thinking that.
You know what I'm saying? From where we come from, it's like seeing some of the shit, we done seen, experience, all that different kind of stuff. It's not no different from being in war. You know what I mean? So it's and if you think about most niggas that come from the streets, just to keep it 100, niggas ain't going to go seek out no motherfucking no psych. You know what I'm saying? To go get some help, unless you trying to, run a game in the county or something. You know what I mean? To be on the side type shit or whatever.
Not trying to go to GP.
Yeah, not trying to go to GP. To the niggas that do that. But most dudes ain't really acknowledging that though. And I like the fact that we have this platform and we're able to speak on it like this though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we all done experienced things, you know what I mean, that affected us mentally, maybe from a kid all the way up.
And
you know what I'm saying?
life just be lifing.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Life just be lifing.
Facts.
I agree with that shit though. That actually need to be looked at and recognized. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in some way, shape, or form, I feel as if like society as a whole may look at that as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like some motherfuckers in the streets come up in that shit like, I have to do this.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them is like, shit, I'm a survivor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And by me having to survive, like shit, I may have to like step on a few toes or something like that. I may have to elbow you or something.
Or going through like the experience that they went through and then being like, what can you tell me?
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, what are you able to tell me?
That's
Like
real.
when I've dealt like about my experience.
Really?
You haven't been through the shit I've been through.
Really?
So who are you really to and that's just like that comes with being human.
Yep.
I'm sure we've all felt that way at some
Yep.
point. Like, who are you to tell me? But like it got to be received,
Yeah.
like
It like not to like hone in on it, but it's like as far as like vets, you know what I'm saying? Some of the things like as far as like war vets, you know what I'm saying? Vietnam, things like that.
Right.
Society will look at that and it's like they kind of feel kind of like sorry for. You know what I'm saying? Like sorrow, empathy. You know what I'm saying? But if you could take your average street vet, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you trying to spiral out. You're not spiraling out, you know what I'm saying, out of malice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're going to look at that as a criminal act.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We
upon.
finna lock this motherfucker up,
Yeah.
dope him up a little bit more.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
But-
It's like that shit is kind of like,
But
Okay.
what I will say the difference is they might look at you because like when you're a vet, you have like you have a military ID, you can get it on your car, like on your license plates. You have other different resources to kind of
housing
flex a little
resources.
bit, you know
Yeah,
what
if
I'm
you
saying?
do the right things, yeah, for
right.
sure.
So a lot of the times when it comes to the police, they might get that pass. You know what I'm saying? Like in a way,
but
like,
you're making
because
a
it's
straight
like-
up distinction.
But that's what it is. See, the question of today was, what do you see as the major barriers for African Americans in getting adequate mental health care?
That
Vets
distinction.
have that,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm gonna say this for the funding. Let's stop looking at the vets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's not stop. I ain't gonna say stop looking at the vets. Let's stop looking at the war vets. Like those,
Right.
talking about the inner city, the people that's here, that's living here.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
the fund, I
I
don't
like that.
believe, I don't believe the funding. And I haven't did my research like that though. But when you see so many people skid row, homeless, and all this kind of stuff though, I don't believe that it's enough funding put into that to actually help people. And to actually to really, turn some shit around. But a lot of them people that you see out there, like I said earlier, a lot of people is too far gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's beyond the help, and
Right.
like our auntie Wanda, rest in peace. I love you, auntie. You know what I'm saying? She was dealing with mental situations and stuff though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Worked her way out of a certain situation, but still had a situation. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
And it was her choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's that shit, and it's hard for people around when it hit close to home and shit
Right.
too. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, man, that mental shit is a motherfucker,
It
man.
is.
You
It
know what I
is.
mean?
And once you get caught in the rabbit hole, like getting out, like it really takes a community. So like I feel like bringing up the vets was a great comparison to like, okay, like what is like where's that barrier?
Right.
Like because that's a community that, like how Serpo was saying, like
Yep.
even though you might not have no one to, like they have people to hold each other
Hold it, yeah,
accountable. Like,
yeah.
hey, I've been through this, I've seen it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Now
can
we
relate.
right. I could relate. I've seen the same. I've had the same dreams. I went through the same thoughts or whatever it is.
Yep.
You know, like. But let me give you the help I wish I had. You know,
Yep.
like. So I feel like the same
Yep.
like should apply like to your own community.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
like.
Yep.
Especially in the realm of mental health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To re-emphasize it, you know what I'm saying, it's always better to listen to comprehend it. You know what I'm saying? Versus to listen to just respond.
Right.
Because if somebody with a mental, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying a mental issue. I don't mean like no malice or any, you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. But like when I mean mental issue, you know what I'm saying? Just something could just be going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the way the fuck yellow look today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you just listen to that person within expressing why I don't like the color yellow,
Right.
you know what I mean? That person may like, oh, it got out.
You don't
And you
have
can
to
actually
understand.
hear it and like, you know what I'm saying?
It
I've
ain't
seen
for
that
us.
too, though.
Right.
I've experienced
You
it.
know what I'm
I've seen that too, though. Because you try to be compassionate and try to relate and be like,
Right.
you know what? They going through something, so let me back up when you want to explode, though. Because
Right.
sometimes it gets that like bad to where it's like you want to like knock a motherfucker out, like go to sleep for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And wake up and try the
Yeah.
shit again. You know what I mean? For
Right.
real though.
For real.
But then you gotta be patient though. As that shit is
It's
hard,
It's heartbreaking.
and it is.
It's heartbreaking because
saying?
That goes
especially
to-
when. Go ahead, Serpo. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that goes to answer that question. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the things that we can do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's really have that patience.
And then what was the best way to smoke tip today?
The best way to smoke tip was be mindful of other people.
There it is.
Oh, for sure.
There
for
it
sure.
is. There
I
it
can't
is.
be,
It's not.
I can't be messy with that response.
Serpo just be wanting smoke.
Because I thought it was you have to be mindful while you smoking though. No, but like really though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it counts there too.
Right. Be mindful. And it's not for everyone to understand. Maybe like they just gotta get it out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they don't know what the fuck is going on. Like I'm sure they don't. They're just like, I don't know why yellow is pissing me off today.
That's what I said about my nigga. That's what I said about Cuzzo. I was like, he don't know what's going on, so go on and get it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Shit.
Oh, everything, no, man. But it's I think you know we highlight certain times for mental health awareness and shit though. But like we talk about all the time, mental health awareness should be every day.
Right.
You know, all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and for people that can comprehend when they might be feeling some type of way to just take a break.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even if you don't smoke, man, go fucking knit. Go play a video game. Go do something. Yeah,
Get a
that's
Snickers
gonna-
bar.
Get a yeah, man.
Take a walk, get in nature.
Yeah,
Get
take
in
a walk, do
nature,
some jumping
some
jacks.
fresh air.
Yeah, do something. You know, jump on your Oculus. You know what I mean? If you got access, go VR around this motherfucker. Like, it's so many different things that you can get into. You know, I even find like I ain't gonna say I deal with mental issues, but I do try to protect my mental health now of being aware of my
Right. You
mental
gotta check
health
yourself
and shit.
every
though.
now and then.
Exactly.
Especially if you got kids and stuff.
Facts.
Like you
Facts.
gotta
Because you be ready to flip. Like, hold on, wait, I did way worse than you. Hold on. But what I find, like for me, I like to listen. Like, you know, we just been getting a whole bunch of rain and shit though.
Right.
So just to lay back and listen to the raindrops.
Yeah.
You know, like hidden shit, you know, hidden different things and the sounds and stuff. Like for me, that's very relaxing. You know, to smoke something, you know, that helps me with my mental. I might drift off. Like I've had times where I drift off or I start thinking about things that I might be doing, you know, and it'll put me in the mood of that and shit like that though. But, you know, for all us that's aware of, you know, what's going on with us and understand when we not feeling right, man, do something about that shit.
Hell yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
One of my dealings as far
Yeah.
as facing that, you know what I'm saying? If like y'all been rocking with it since like the computer days, you know what I'm saying? You know, my happy place, you know what I'm saying? If I'm there, Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? I just listened to a Richard Pryor album, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna laugh. That shit
real.
finna like deplete and go somewhere else.
On the real.
Right. It's
Real.
funny.
That's just
Richard Pryor, hey, Richard Pryor and Superman, remember that? Oh, everything. On the real though, man.
It's a good
Hey,
topic.
can I add? I'll add one thing. Since you guys talked about vets, and I had a podcast once where we had some disabled vets here, and their whole thing was they were trying to spread the message to other vets that they had resources available. And so one of the biggest issues they had is these vets had these resources and they didn't know it, or they didn't know the steps to take advantage of it, or they thought it was too difficult. And so I can imagine that's the same thing with regard to, like, members of the Black community. A lot of times we're not told what those steps are to go and get the help we need.
Not at all.
You know,
Gotta
and so
find it
that's a
yourself.
big problem too.
Yep.
I'm glad you said that because that's actually very true.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There are certain resources that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But the word is not spread.
Information.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Information. I feel like
Yep.
the generation between you gotta work hard, and the information stage, that generation in between is so powerful because you're about to
Yep.
bust your ass and you got the resources to now, be the leaders to spread that word,
Yep.
if you even know about it yourself.
Yep.
So, just having the knowledge of what it is, awareness,
Yep.
Mhm.
what is it? What am I going through? What might this person be going through?
Yep.
Having the resources, even know you're going through something,
Yep.
and being mindful.
And wonderful. Hey, look though, it's time for what? It's time for what? It's time for what?
Big business. So we're gonna kick it over to big business, where your small business steals the show. And today we got award-winning private and personal chef, Blessed Days, aka Chef MJ herself, owner. Yes,
Yep. Shout out.
women owned.
Yep.
Okay. Owner and chef of Blessed Days Catering. This woman-owned business specializes in satisfying your palate with food, drinks, desserts, and edibles. The Best Way to Smoke has some of her fried Oreos over the
Yep.
weekend, and let me tell you, they were
Man.
fire. They were fire.
Man, them things was good though. Like when I tasted it, I told Cuzzo, I said about 5 times back to back.
Back
I
to
said
back.
these motherfuckers is good. And I just kept saying it though, and they was infused though. You know that they was
That
also
part.
infused. So yeah,
Does
they definitely hit the spot.
non-infused, events, catering, private. This woman's a beast. Her vibe and energy took over every inch
Yeah.
around her. When
She even did the little dance and
Right,
shit though.
right.
She was
While
doing that little
delivering
thing.
just mouth-watering goodies,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that is love in your craft.
Yeah.
I love a chef that's we're getting to it.
Right.
Food's my love language.
Right.
For sure, food is my love language.
And
So.
what's dope is she's not just a baker. She makes pastas. She makes all chicken.
Right, she had all
makes
types of
all
shit.
different kind of foods and stuff though. And like you said, infused
Right,
and not infused and stuff. And we did have her lemonade and stuff at another event prior though, but them Oreos hit the spot for sure.
with the
Yeah.
strawberry jam.
Facts.
Oh my
and the
gosh.
powdered sugar on it
Oh
too
my
though. I
gosh,
was
this girl.
like, okay. What you say though? You said they vegan though.
Oreos are vegan.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, big
And
J's
another
vegan,
thing
so
about
we
them
gotta keep 'em
goodies-
right.
Vegan
Vegan
life.
life.
Another thing about them goodies though, you know what I'm saying? When she doing her little thing, you can feel, you know what I'm saying, like the love she putting in.
Right, that's what I'm
You know what I'm saying?
saying.
She'll talk to you,
Look at
communicate with you
look
and
at
all
some
that
of them
shit.
trees. Yep.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Look at the crab scalloped potatoes, apple pie. Look at the detail in that
Yeah.
apple pie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Wow.
That's right,
Get
girl.
it, girl. Right. That's what I'm saying. She took her energy.
Really
just
gonna have some
spread,
blessed days.
Right. Her energy
Yep.
just spread every inch around her. So putting that love into your craft and into
Hell
your
yeah.
food and giving it. Shout out to her.
Yep.
Shout out to her. Pa, pa, pa,
Bam,
pa.
bam, bam, bam.
You know what I'm saying?
Booyaka, booyaka.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's
Right.
dope. And look, we want to say it one more time again, from the Best Way to Smoke family, man. Protect your mental health. You know what I mean?
That's
Check your
it.
mental health and stuff, though. So look, still sticking talking about, the lack of, information and resources and stuff
Right.
in the Black community. You know what I mean? So I'm going to read this headline right here, though. It says, the health divide, the lack of transparency on hospital prices disproportionate ill affects Black patients. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, these dudes up here, they're advocating for this. And it's like
We got Buster. We got
Chuck
Impact
D,
Joe.
Fat Joe, Rick Ross, French Montana, Method Man, Busta Rhymes.
Exactly. And that's dope.
Talk your
That
shit, fellas.
yeah, and
Talk
that's
your
dope
shit,
that you. Yep.
fellas.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's dope that you got people of that stature that's willing to talk about something that's probably don't affect them, which it probably affect family members and stuff like that, though. But I think that's definitely dope because it's like you can think when you think about your bills and shit, though. The first thing you probably think about is your gas bill, light bill, electric bill, and shit like that. When you don't really think about your medical bill and shit,
Right.
you know. But then you might go to the hospital for what to get the cardio test and shit to check your arteries and all that. You know, you getting a bill for $1,500 and stuff like that when you probably can't even afford that. And then it's under certain medical insurances that you might have, certain things are not covered. Or it might just be a percentage that's covered, even for low income people. You know what I'm saying?
What I will say and as far as we're talking about awareness,
Right.
one thing I've learned, like I am never afraid to be like, I don't know what that is. Or like, or just ask a question or ask for directions. So like if one thing I've learned like over the past couple of years is just if you don't know, ask. Hey, are there any programs who could help me with this? Like there's programs for women's health care. Like there's programs for like even in the hospital, like for like paying for the bed a couple days or whatever it is. So just ask, like, hey, like your nurse, whoever, like random people in the hospital, whatever, who knows, like, hey, like, is there any programs or anything I could apply for to help me out here?
And that's not the time for pride. Absolutely.
That's not the time
That's
for
a fact.
pride.
That's a
No,
fact.
life be life, and we go through. Everyone goes through shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a mix of backgrounds up here. With this article, Big J's talking about. You got Puerto Rican, you got Moroccan, you got Black. Everyone's like, yo, there's a problem here.
It's a
There's
problem.
a problem
It's
here,
a
and I
big
love the
problem.
fact that it's all men up there too. Like, hey, like we're with you. We stand with you. You know, like
because if you think about it, like you know, the disproportion of it, you know, it's you think about the people. It's mothers. You feel me? Grandmothers, grandfathers, children. You know, women, men. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole mix of people that's affected by that. That's not getting the proper treatment and care that they need. You know what I mean?
right.
That shit. And just the cost alone, though. You know, even people, middle class people that work a job, work a 9 to 5 though, and that's paying for medical. Unless you got some bomb ass government job or whatever kind of job to where your medical is pretty much like 100% paid for, you gonna come out of pocket though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's crazy that you say it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this past week, I forget which Transformers it was. But it was the Transformers, you know what I'm saying? The mama, the son, and the son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just as you say, you know what I'm saying? The mama working, you know what I'm saying? The youngest son, I believe he had like sickle cell or something like that. And it's like kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, to have rent paid, gas in the house, you know what I'm saying? Clothes on my son's back, you know what I'm saying? Food in their bellies, on top of paying for these medical bills. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as you say, like, shit, unless you do something drastic, you know what I'm saying, for the government or some shit like that, like, or have a good ass job, you finna come out the pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
Long story short, you know what I'm saying, the big brother, you know what I'm saying, known for like not being a team player, but you know what I'm saying, I'm putting my life on the line, you know what I'm saying, for my mom and my little brother. That's my team. You know what I'm saying? But end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he helped save the world with the Transformers and all that. All of a sudden, bills and shit paid. You know what I'm saying? Even though that shit's a fucking movie, but that shit goes to play in real life.
That's some real shit though.
Yeah.
I know exactly what part you know the Transformers you talking about?
Nah.
The Beast Wars, the latest one.
Yeah, that is.
I grew up on that shit though. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Transformers though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every
Not
time
to
I
take
see a
y'all to a
Transformer,
movie, but that shit,
But
like,
that's
kinda
real shit,
relates
that
to
part.
exactly.
Right, it comes,
I remember
it
that
comes from
part.
something.
Yeah.
It comes from something.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
That was the
shit
G.I.
crazy.
Joes, the military. Yep. They was gonna pay everything paid. Your little brother cool.
Yeah, that's fucked up that he had to go through that. And like he
Right.
went to the hospital, like, damn, come on, man, he's a kid.
Does it not
You know
feel
what I'm saying?
like
He don't
that,
have
though?
no choice.
Yep.
You
Does
know
it
what I'm
not
saying?
feel like that though? You
Yep.
know that you're like going through hell and then boom, like it
Yep.
feels like that.
Man.
And then if you think about like even other countries, you know, I can't name them offhand though, but it's definitely other countries to where you don't pay medical. You don't have to pay medical.
Right.
You don't even have to pay for higher learning.
People
You know what I'm
were
saying?
people
you could just
were-
go to school.
a lot of these countries shit on America. They're like, this is
Yeah.
how you do your people.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you do your people. Like when
Home
we
of the
had
free.
we
You
had
gotta
right.
pay for everything.
We had the we had the Obamacare and then they shut that shit down. Like we was getting clowned on, you know.
Yeah, they still got the Obama. They still got the Obama phones cracking though. You know what I'm saying?
The Obama tablet.
We got to keep them.
Yeah,
You know?
they still got the. They done upgraded their little services and shit though for that. You know what I'm saying? But everything else is gone and shit though, man. But
Well, wait. What do you mean it's gone? Obamacare is still here.
His like free like
It's like
no, but
limited,
they
though.
revamped. They revamped
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, they
Right.
revamped it, and
It's
Trump
not as it
changed the
was.
name of it. It's not Obamacare,
Well, it was always the Affordable Care Act, right?
right? But it was revamped though. It's not the same way. It's not run the same way when Obama was in office.
Got you. Okay.
Look, not the, you know what I'm saying, stray off, you know what I'm saying, like we just got through, you know what I'm saying, with Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
They were saying, you know what I'm saying, 2020 or like around that time, whatever, last time the 49ers and KC met
Yep.
and KC won, Trump
4 years
won.
ago. Yep. 4 years ago.
KC won now, Trump gonna win this year. Do you see that to be a conspiracy? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Anything, I'm gonna say like this. Anything
That
is
motherfucker
possible.
winning right now in the races.
Yeah. I seen that in certain states.
A lot of states.
Yeah.
Well,
Trump?
Yeah.
he's
Lord.
winning Republican caucuses, and they have polls, and so the polls are always questionable.
Well, them college kids gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but do you think like it's gonna be a repeat of like the 2020 Super Bowl and electoral votes?
I'm gonna say right now, honestly, I could care less about the presidential, like election and shit though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I could care less, but it's not big to me like that though. Because it's gonna affect, but it's not gonna affect as much as like my local shit.
You're about to get cheers for that. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like where I live and shit like that.
That's
though.
dope.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah.
But if it was in a scenario as far as like Republican and Democrat, you know what I'm saying? Each, whatever presidential candidate hits the office, you know what I'm saying, is mandated, you know what I'm saying, to do something, whatever it may be, spectacular, you know what I'm saying, decriminalizing, descheduling for cannabis. Would you care about who the president be then?
All these motherfuckers lie.
Man,
Huh?
They all lie. It's like who's lying the best?
I
go with
wouldn't
them.
care
You know what I'm saying?
because-
like
no. I think Trump. I think I'm gonna keep it 100. I think if Trump get back in office, I think he probably deschedule it.
he's a businessman.
I think he'll probably deschedule it.
Trump be smoking that G.
You know what I'm saying?
He smokes that G.
You know what I mean? Man, that's what I think. I think he'll probably deschedule it or do
Trump
something to
probably
help
a
it.
sativa smoker.
Yeah.
He be saying some shit.
Yo, I cannot stand y'all.
Cause then you think about Biden. Biden smoke a lot of indica though.
Yeah, he's a
sleepy as a
He's a
motherfucker. Yeah, he a sleepy motherfucker. though, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, he can't even make it to the meeting.
But see, but you think you like the way I think the way Biden ran, the way he ran, you know what I'm saying, with as far as pushing, we gonna legalize, that's at the time they were saying they was gonna legalize. They wasn't talking about reschedule, deschedule, none of that shit. Yeah.
right, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah, but it hasn't.
who's
They
lying
did what
best?
they did with a small percentage of people. That was only a small percentage of people that affected what they did. You know what I'm saying? But I think that with Trump, with them using that the way they used it, and now they trying to reuse the shit again when they didn't really do enough. I think a motherfucker like Trump, if he was to get in, I think he would just do it to spite them, low key. Like, man, I'm
Probably so.
man, fuck y'all.
But like,
That's
how-
what I'm doing. Yeah.
And even like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you rewind like back 4 years when Biden even came in, like the discussions we had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would just like it's a bunch of bullshit. I just feel as if like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, y'all trying to get the cannabis community, you know what I'm saying, which is like been recognized.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You see
Right.
it's big, it's a big community. You just needed those, you know what I'm saying, eyes and voices put, you know what I'm saying, on
Oh.
bullshit.
Well, we
Bullshit.
need to add some context to that, though.
Huh?
I mean, you got to remember that the president's going to say this is his vision, right? That's what he's saying when he comes in, and this goes for any president. But
Right.
once they come in, they have to deal with a House of Representatives and a Senate, and depending on the number of people there and their ability to get their things passed,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to have some obstacles there.
Yeah, whoever
know?
running the house, whether it's
But
Right.
it's so
Republican or
many
Democrat.
other
And
things
so-
that came afloat, you know what I'm saying, during that shit. Cannabis been up here already. But you got some other things have been coming up here, you know what I'm saying, that like, oh, we finna bypass that. We finna get some rules
Right,
on
and
this
it
shit.
depends on how
Mental
many
health type
senators,
shit. You know what I'm saying? We finna bypass some of this, but we finna get over here and do some of this.
and it depends on how many senators are pushing what. That's what that's all about. So unfortunately, it's not, and to Jay's point, whoever's president is not going to grossly impact your life because there are too many levels of
Right.
hierarchy in between that. And so we
Right.
should be really looking at our local races and our national races and our state
be on
races
that.
because those are the people who are going to directly impact what happens to you on a daily basis. So, the president, we got to take it with a grain of salt because they have to deal with certain things too. They got priorities, wars come up, different things come up. And then you have to pass things through these other people who may or may not be on your side.
And our vote really don't matter
Yeah.
when it comes to the presidential
That's
race.
why that's why it was just like, you know what I'm saying? What you think? KC won this year.
Yeah.
And at that time, Trump won.
Right.
So you think they gonna try
Like
to do
some
the same
Simpson
bullshit?
shit. Like some Simpson shit.
Well,
predicting this shit.
But the
you know
X
what I
factor
mean?
is Taylor Swift, though.
Yeah, you know how they be
Yeah.
predicting certain shit happen? You know what I mean?
Yo.
If I seen it on The Simpsons,
It's
I probably would
happened?
believe it. It's Trump. If I seen it on The Simpsons, like they played KC winning,
Don't be surprised if they come out, you scrolling through Instagram, they be like Simpsons episode 1997.
It
Right.
it might
it's
be.
right there.
For real.
Right there, like a motherfucker though.
It's just like you don't want we don't want to gamble with our lives, you got to literally pick the lesser of the evils. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't go out there and vote. I'm not saying like it's just that's how I feel. I feel like it's the lesser of the evils. They all lying. Who lies the best?
Yeah.
But like I care about what's going on in the country. I hope they don't get us, you know what I'm saying? Don't piss nobody off. But in your community, like directly, like for sure, like staying up to what's going on with that. Like
And go vote because voting is a right that was hard fought for.
Yeah.
Whatever we believe.
Sure.
Go vote.
Hey, tell me this. Say, hypothetically, Killer Mike, KRS-One
Mm-hmm.
are presidential candidates. You know what I'm saying? Would it matter to you then? You know what I'm saying?
To keep
who would become
it
president?
100, like
And it had a history of that though. You know what I'm saying? It's like years before it was other hip hop, years before that it may be somebody, you know what I'm saying, like within sports or some shit like that. It just had a little trend like that. Do you think like it'd be a little bit more interesting then to like within our community?
if was a fifth.
We'll all be drunk as
Yeah,
a
no.
motherfucker.
But just like to what you saying and shit though. Killer Mike KRS-One, I would probably even though KRS-One dope, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably go with Killer Mike perspective because a lot of the things that I hear him talking about when it comes to the black community and shit like that though, and just people overall, I could dig it.
That's why I posed that question,
You know
you know what
what
I'm
I
saying,
mean?
and put it like in sports and stuff too though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of the things he say, that's somebody in sports
right.
that like speaks well.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that bring awareness, you know what I'm saying, to your thought process.
Dirty for it.
Yeah.
They try to do him dirty just for being woke and speaking on it.
He
And
too
bringing
talented
up-
to
he's
blackball,
too-
you know what I'm saying, from the league. So
Right. They're just
Yeah.
doing shout out to Kyrie.
yeah, for sure.
keep talking
Yeah,
your shit. Keep
On the
talking
real.
your shit.
And look, I want to say this though. Back on the mental health tip, I want to say this to the women, blah, 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 to my ladies that
you guys just press the
that deal
button?
with it. And I'm gonna run it like this though, because I grew up with a primarily single mother. You know, pops was there for a certain. You know how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? And women deal with a lot, especially like good women. That's not the women that's pushing the baby daddies out the kids' fathers out the pictures and shit like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a mental fuck for them type of women that have to raise their kids alone. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with somebody that's not really dealing with a man that's not really trying to help. You know what I mean? But to the women that's pushing the daddy away, it is what it is with y'all. But much love to the women and protect your mental health, you know, at all. And shouts out to y'all, you know, to like the single mothers.
That's right. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother full circle. You know what I'm saying? Being mindful.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's like if you know a woman that's like that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing more than my best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take care of mine, roof over the head, going through whatever it is you're going through mentally, silently. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without letting the motherfucker know
Silently,
anything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you recognize a woman like that, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like talk the ear off. You know what I'm saying? You can right on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That shit may help. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. For sure, for sure. I think this too, since we got a lovely young lady here with us. I think this too. A lot of women that grow up like hard, like having to fend for themselves, kind of like that. They take on to a certain extent like an alpha role. You know, and then you know, even though they are genuinely feminine women,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Based on the situation that they was put in, they feel like they the alpha, and they always been the alpha in their situation. You know what I'm saying? And then dealing with a male that's also an alpha, that's a mental fuck because it can cause a relationship to break apart. Something that could be good. What you think?
Well, one thing about women, it's not natural for us to just indulge in our masculine. Like you have to have some balance. That goes
Right.
for anybody. You
Right.
know, that's us men, same thing on the opposite scale.
Right.
So when you see a woman like that, she's in like there's something off, you know? Like
Right.
either she might know it or maybe she doesn't know about it. But like as far as like having to put on that like step into your alpha, stay in your masculine, like that's like usually a trauma response, you know? Like that's
I
like
agree,
a
yeah.
that's a survival. That's
Yep.
survival mode. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't and you could tell her, you could say whatever you want, but it's like how can you tell me about what I had to go through? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like safety and feeling protected is a feeling. It's a it's what it is. It's
Yep.
not you can't tell an individual you're safe here, you're protected.
They gotta feel it.
This is a safe space for you to open up. They gotta feel it. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? It might take trials. It might take a roller coaster. Like it's not gonna happen overnight. It's
Yep.
that process. So not a lot of people know how to go through that process or
Right.
are educated on it. They're just
Right.
like it breaks up a lot of like families,
Yeah.
friendships, whatever, because you just are going through shit.
Yep.
Mhm.
So as far as like having like a space or knowing the difference where like I can be in my
Be
feminine.
free. Yeah, like
You know
yeah,
what I'm
relax.
saying? Like
Relax.
if I'm working, for instance, like I'm out here and I'm working. I'm driven in my masculine. You know what I'm saying? I have to like remind myself when I go home, and that took like maturity
Yeah.
to realize that. Like
Yeah.
and just going through shit to realize that and to actually feel like, yo, you can be feminine here.
Right.
And me being like, oh, okay, like
Mhm.
and believing it and
Right.
feeling it and like it being consistent. Like there's certain spaces I can relax
Be free.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Be
be
yourself.
cool. Right. And it's not like I have to have my guard up. I have to be on my 10. Like, not that you're not on your 10, but like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Because when your guard is down, that's you.
Mhm.
That's you. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. That's you.
That's you. Like I was just saying, like, if I'm out and I'm working, I'm like in my masculine, but that's
Right.
like
It's still you, but
that's
yeah.
me, but that's like something I have to put on.
Right.
That's survival. I need to
Right.
pay these bills.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I need to put food in this house. Like
Yep.
that is 100% survival, but that's
Right.
something we all go through.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, while I'm working or whatever, like it's the certain space I have to be in. I got to get shit done. You
Mhm.
know? So learning when to shut that off was the challenge for me.
Yeah.
Like to be like, nah. Like, and then to know who's not putting me in that space.
Right.
Like you don't like when like if it comes down to relationships, if it ain't working,
Yeah.
it's just like that's not who's for you. You don't feel you're not trying to dominate the relationship. You don't feel he ain't for you, sis.
Right. Right.
Like you don't feel safe, protected. You don't feel like he's leading you the direction that you gotta go.
Gotta go. Yeah.
And that's all right.
In any
like,
aspect, exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
When you can just you feel it and you're like, okay, like and you have to have self-awareness too. Because if you're just out here feeling, if you're still in that survival mode and you can't get yourself some like self-awareness,
Right.
then you're just going to constantly be fighting yourself
Mm-hmm.
and the people around you.
Right.
So awareness, I feel like that was a great like number one for
Yeah.
today's whole topic.
On everything.
It was just being aware.
Being aware.
'Cause, like you might not. There's a ton of people ton of women who are not self-aware of like, okay, or
don't know how to turn it off because you might get, and I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we all have seen it and shit though. You know, a woman that's in that mode that has to be in that mode all the time.
Right.
Because they got the kids too. So now you gotta be mama and daddy.
Right.
The kid, the little boy fall. Boy, get your ass up, stop crying. That's something a daddy would be saying, and the mama would be the one with the cuddle. Like, oh, come here, boy. And then daddy, man, boy, go on and take your ass outside and shit. Boy, you know what I'm saying?
And when does that woman have the time to be feminine? She's out here working or she's back home playing both roles. When does she have the time or space to step into that or to trust someone making her feel like that overnight?
Yep.
That shit's rough.
Yep. That's why I want to say I love you, mama.
Shout out to moms.
Mama. You know what I'm saying?
You know, moms out there. The strong women making it through.
That's real shit though, man.
On the real, like, and like if you even go into like your significant other within that.
Yeah.
If like you solid with it, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna get through that shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm speaking from my own experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause my wife is tough as a motherfucker. We finna see it. Let's arm wrestle, motherfucker. I bet you I will. Nah, I bet you I will. You know what I'm saying?
I already know,
okay.
Right.
But like
cool as a motherfucker though.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying, to like kind of combat that, you know what I'm saying? Like how you say, like how you gonna find your feminine or such and such wow. Like just within our talk, I'm gonna be me regardless. They're like, come on, man, you missed me with that tough shit. You know what I'm saying? You acting tough as a motherfucker right now.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then it goes, it's hand in hand. When you say you recognize it. You know what I'm saying? Once we like, you missed me with that tough shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I recognize you. Like, all right.
Yo, I don't care who you are. Everyone, if you have a significant other and they have a certain look, I don't care who they are. You'll be like, you know the look. You'll be like, I'm gonna take a minute.
Like, what is it?
I'll holler at you later.
Yeah.
Right, there's a certain look. And I'll be like, like, what is we?
But it's like really though, if you actually serious about that shit though, you know what I'm saying, you will recognize that, you know what I'm saying, and it's like you will listen to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and y'all be able to like talk that shit out. I think that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that shit too though. That should have definitely worked. And like you said, like how you were speaking on your situation, you and Cuzzo's situation, it go like that a lot though, in a lot of situations and shit though, especially when you be with somebody for so long.
Right.
Y'all both
Because people also change.
Right.
You know, you
grow
get,
with each other. Like
you get even if you growing and it's certain things. As long as them glue things, y'all kind of growing together with that, it's gonna be things y'all grow like, oh, I like this over here a little more. Oh, baby, I like this more a little. But it gotta be like, I'm gonna try this with you though. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, the core things is in line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it takes a lot of understanding though. But like Pop said, if you getting with a month, she didn't say this part, but she said the majority. If you getting with somebody and you can recognize in the beginning as a woman that this dude ain't for me, really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you have your shot to say, you know what, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa for the man too, though. But we speaking from the woman perspective, though. You know what I mean? Like you got your, but some women, it might be something that keep them there.
Women be wanting to make shit work. It's like, girl, it's okay to say this ain't for me. Like women just be wanting to make stuff work, and it's like, yo, those aren't butterflies. Those are red flags.
Red flag.
And like you want to second guess yourself and be like, I don't know, but maybe, or the potential. Don't fall for the potential. Like it's like, how do you feel in this space? Do you feel it? Does it come naturally, or is he telling you like, this is what you need to do? Like, no, how you feel? Because men who got it, and who don't. So if you're in that, like, if you got if you got to tell wifey, like, cut that tough shit out, that might be what she likes, shit. And she's like, okay.
Right.
That's all you had to say.
But again, too though. You know what I'm
to do
saying?
that.
But again, too though, you know what I'm saying? The dude, you gotta recognize that shit too though. You know what I'm saying? It's like it may be
Right.
certain times, you know what I'm saying, that your girl, your wife, or whatever, she may be saying something. She may be actually giving you the game in the midst of this, like you getting on my fucking nerves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to comprehend some shit, like, all right, I know how to combat this shit next time. It
Yeah.
ain't gonna even be no next time.
And a man shouldn't
Right.
always be hard with their women. That like to keep it 100. Like for me, that was something that was tough for me early on, like in my relationship. Cause like with my wife, this was my first real deal relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So for me, coming from the environment I came from, it was kind of hard at
Having to
first.
switch over.
Just to kind of, to be on some sweet shit and just to be like, like I all the time and understanding and like man, shut the, all that little, you know what I mean? It took some time to like
to
really
be soft, to have that
right
balance.
to soften up, and it's nothing wrong. Look, it's nothing wrong for a man to be with his woman and to be a little soft. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about soft on no weird shit.
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like soft in the realm of if she trying to break something down to you, like to be understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? To
yeah,
be understanding and to understand when she in her soft moment, nigga, you still a man,
Right.
but you could ease it down.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
okay, baby.
Because there's times
Yeah.
too, like if we're talking about men, y'all are going out there fighting the world, So
Yep.
like same thing when you come home, it's just like, okay, well, give you that space to be
Yep.
soft. Like it works hand in hand, vice versa. So
Facts.
Do you think sometimes that shit be getting taken advantage of from both sides?
For some
Like
people.
women, like of course, you know what I'm saying. You got like y'all go through y'all daily battles as men do too.
Yeah.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying. And then when it's time to come home, you know what I'm saying. Versus this trying to like talk, get to know each other a little bit more, a little bit better, whatever it may be. Ah, no, I done been through too much today. Step back, man. Do you think that's kind of like used as a scapegoat?
Sometimes, for sure. Because some people, because the only I'm gonna say like this, when it's a scapegoat is when a person say that and then y'all never had that conversation again.
Hmm.
That's when you know it's a scapegoat, because if you got something that's on your mind that heavy and you want to get it off and that person is telling you, no, I don't want to talk about that right now. And you say, okay, we could talk later. And they don't come and say, you know what, I know you wanted to talk about something. You know what I mean?
Right,
What is
because-
it? They don't give a fuck, really,
Right.
though.
Because
Or
part of being go ahead, sorry. my
I'm
bad.
sorry, I'm gonna say this real quick. Or they don't understand too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a mental fuck, man. Or they don't understand how to comprehend that shit.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was gonna say it goes into being mindful, just being like, I need a minute, because that's part of mental health too. Like,
Mhm.
well, this is not about to be a healthy dialect. Like, I
Right.
need a minute. So, but if you could spend the block on that conversation,
Yeah.
then yeah,
That's
like,
the most important part,
Yeah.
to be
Right.
able to and respect. That's
Yeah.
respect too, though,
right.
because it shows your partner, whoever you talking to, that they respect your feelings. Because if we can't run it back, and then, or when you bring it back up, you might say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna see if this motherfucker gonna bring it up," and they don't. You
Yeah.
wait a couple days, but it's
Yeah.
itching. Like, oh man, I got to get this
Yeah.
off. And then you say something, and then it's like they still in that same like, oh, here we go with this. I don't want to talk about this right now. Then it's
Yeah.
you going
Yeah.
that'll shut that some people, it'll shut you down. Like, okay, whatever then. You
That's
know what I'm
not
saying?
that's not a healthy part in a relationship.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not.
that's crazy though, because like Pops told me that before. You know what I'm saying? It was just like in any relationship, job, whatever the hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is if it's a heated moment, and that's if you have respect for each other, be like, man, it's heated right now, but we can revisit this.
Yeah.
Because it's like something may come out, you know what I'm saying, out of anger.
That's
you know what I'm saying,
wrong.
may hinder some shit.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying, once we revisit it, we both cool, calm, and collected. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I can stress my point, you can stress yours.
On everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of my friends hate that about me. They hate that about me. They're like, "You're bringing this up now." Like they think that once a day or two passes, it should pass.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I
let's
need
get it-
dialect.
Yeah,
got
I'm
I
level
need
saying
head.
I need clarity. I
that's
don't
the
like
best way.
I don't like unclear
That's the
energy.
best way.
So I don't care if it took me a week, 2 weeks. It's because I had that much respect for you to be
Mhm.
like, let me see how I can deliver this respectfully and still stay true to how I'm feeling. I don't care if it's shit takes a month.
That's
shit.
you just gave me a flashback. Wifey like that. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that happened like 4 years ago. Remember such and such? I feel woo woo. That's right, baby.
Man,
we was mad as a motherfucker sometime. Now we cool. Now you remember such and such, woo woo. Oh, I just wanted to tell you.
Yeah, because you know what? She had that much respect for you to be like, you know what? 4 years now, I'm feeling like we could talk about this.
But the good thing in that is
Shit.
that you understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the nigga, because some people will blow up like, man, what the fuck?
It used
Woo, 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 you know what I'm saying?
It did. It would used to blow a motherfucker up, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like recognizing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a motherfucker like,
okay, this is what they gotta do.
Mahomes of just saying it. Mahomes will fuck around and throw a touchdown pass. Oh, good shit. You remember last time we was over there, whoop happened, and then, you know what I'm saying, I was feeling such and such, whoop wham. Instead of a motherfucker be like, the nigga that scored, be like, got you, because I remember that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It works like a motherfucker though. Oh, everything.
It works.
But look though, man, this was definitely a great motherfucking conversation. You know what I mean? And we touched on a wide range of things, and most importantly, protecting our mental health. You know what I'm saying? And that's for all of us in this room right here. You know, and everybody that's out there. You know, definitely. You know, if you one of the ones that could recognize that. Recognize it, you know what I'm saying, and do something about it. You know, y'all got any closing statements? You know what I mean?
Stay mindful.
Yep.
Stay mindful.
That's right. Stay mindful. You know what I mean? But look, though, man, we want to thank y'all for tapping in with us, man. And look, check us out at www.bestwaytosmoke.com. You know, we got merch up there. We got a lot of different things up there. And tap in with us. Best Way, Big J.
Serpo Jr.
C-Pop.
Baby.
Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend.